The Yankees trying to steal yet another player from the Dodgers in Jack Flaherty. Also, we get into the latest with Teoscar Hernandez. It seems like a team is going to get very aggressive in their pursuit of Hernandez and Juan Soto. We have Juan Soto news concerning the Dodgers. We're going to get into all that here in this edition of Dodgers Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the 12% of the ones that have already hit the sub button, the ones that are watching these videos. But 87% of you have not subscribed yet. Make sure you subscribe. Myself and Brad J. will bring you everyday Dodger content. You're not going to find a channel like this anywhere else on YouTube. We're the best Dodger channel out there, so make sure you subscribe. Let's get right into it. As we know, Jack Flaherty is a free agent, and now we have reports that the Yankees are interested. The Yankees reportedly could also be interested in Jack Flaherty. This is an article from today from Dodgers Nation. And, I mean, this cannot come as a surprise. The Yankees, as we know, are a team that just choked, right? They just had the biggest choke job probably in World Series history in Game 5 of their series against the Dodgers. Dodgers, of course, ended up becoming world champions. The Yankees are getting desperate, and now they're trying to get yet another player from the Dodgers. As we know, last week we reported on this channel that Walker Buehler is a person of interest in New York. The Yankees are, actively trying to sign Walker Buehler, and it looks like there's mutual interest from both sides. That's tough to hear as a Dodger fan. Walker Buehler, who has spent his entire career with the Dodgers, could be potentially going to the Bronx. And now we have Jack Flaherty also in the radar of New York. Take a look at what Jeff Passan said about this. Jack Flaherty, right-handed starter, there's a chance Flaherty doesn't reach 100 million. He's talking, of course, about the free agent market for Flaherty. Threw 162 innings in 2024, the most he had in 5 years. Come on, this was the best season Jack Flaherty could have potentially had in a contract year. The guy, think about it. If Jack Flaherty has a rough year in 24, it would have been bad for him in terms of his basically his existence in Major League Baseball, because he has definitely struggled with injuries and inconsistency. But 2024 was a very good year. And he's talking about, of course, the Nationals could potentially sign him. But then look what he talks about here at the end of his statement. The Yankees, who killed the deal for Flaherty at the trade deadline out of concerns about his back, could be in again. Let's not forget that Jack Flaherty was basically a Yankee, right? There was already people reporting that Jack Flaherty was a Yankee back in July of this year when the trade deadline was going on. It was already being reported by some major outlets that Jack Flaherty was a Yankee. And what happened? The Yankees basically killed the deal. The Detroit Tigers wanted to work out a deal with the Yankees. The Yankees had more to offer than the Dodgers. So the Yankees end up canceling that deal, and the Dodgers end up swooping in last minute, getting Jack Flaherty basically as the trade deadline was coming to a close. And we know the rest is history. The Dodgers won the World Series, and, well, the Yankees choked and didn't win, right? So the Yankees know they screwed up big time, and it ended up really, affecting them in the end, right? Because Jack Flaherty was that pitcher in Game 1 of the World Series that was good, right? That ended up having an exceptional game for the Dodgers. And, of course, Game 5, he definitely struggled, but let's not forget the first start of the World Series. The guy was great. And, that's just the way things are. That's the way baseball is sometimes, right? You don't make the right decisions and ends up really affecting you, right? And the Dodgers know now that they made the right decision in getting Jack Flaherty. And the Yankees are trying to jump back into this, right? The Yankees are trying to figure out a way to, grab Jack Flaherty probably from the Dodgers. They're interested once again. The question is, we don't have any reports yet on what Jack Flaherty thinks about all this, right? Because Jack Flaherty is a California guy. He's playing for his hometown club, the team he rooted for growing up. And, maybe he doesn't want to go to New York and he wants to stay with the Dodgers. But the question is going to be, like I've talked about on this channel, the Dodgers are going to keep Jack Flaherty, right? I mean, the guy was good at times, but he had some, as we know, Game 5 of the NLCS and Game 5 of the World Series were not the best, right? He definitely struggled, to say the least. And that's something that I think, giving up the home run ball was definitely an issue for Jack Flaherty. And that's something the Dodgers are going to take a look at when they make the decision if they're going to want to move forward in signing Jack Flaherty. And there's also other free agents out there the Dodgers, especially in the pitching side, are trying to get, right? So a lot to unpack here for sure. The Yankees interested in Jack Flaherty. Can't be surprised. The question is going to be, can they work out a deal, right? That's going to be the big thing. And how much are the Dodgers going to be willing to offer Jack Flaherty, right? At this point in his career, it's a big question mark. And, there hasn't been much Jack Flaherty talk in the offseason. There's been very little reports on him, right? It doesn't seem like there's a lot of teams interested. This is kind of the first, concrete report we're getting that the Yankees being interested in Jack Flaherty. So kind of surprising in a way that there isn't a whole list of teams jumping after Jack Flaherty. But that's the way sometimes it is. It's still definitely early in free agency, so we can't get too ahead of ourselves. Now let's get into a player that, of course, everybody wants, and that's Teoscar Hernandez. Can't be surprised. Red Sox interest. Dodgers, this is from today's article as well. Free agent Teoscar Hernandez are reportedly drawing interest from the Boston Red Sox. And now, this is what Jon Morosi said about this today. If the Red Sox don't land Juan Soto, he believes they're going to pursue Hernandez in a more aggressive manner. So that's something that's definitely newsworthy, right? Because the Juan Soto thing could definitely change things for the Teoscar Hernandez situation, right? Juan Soto could potentially sign with the Yankees or Mets, and then we could see the Red Sox offer a very lucrative offer to Hernandez, and the question is going to be, are the Dodgers going to want to match that, or are they just going to let him go? So big question marks for sure. What do you guys think? You think Hernandez is going to stay with the Dodgers, right? I think that's a big question mark. Kind of like with Jack Flaherty. What do you guys think as well? Forgot to mention that. What do you guys think of Jack Flaherty? Is he staying with the Dodgers? Is he going to the Yankees? But going back to the Teoscar Hernandez situation, I personally think he's going to stay with the Dodgers. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of teams pursuing him, the Braves, the Red Sox, but at the end of the day, I think the Dodgers are going, the Blue Jays as well, are going to be pursuing him, as we know, former Blue Jay player. But I think at the end of the day, I think he stays with LA. He really liked playing in LA. I mean, he won his first World Series. He had arguably his best season of his career in 2024, and he's just going to want to keep that good mojo going wearing Dodger blue. And he might even take a pay cut. Yes, I believe that. I think Teoscar Hernandez could potentially sign a team-friendly deal to stay with the Dodgers. I really believe so. If he doesn't, and if money ends up coming down to it, I don't know exactly how much the Dodgers are going to be wanting to pay for him. I think that the offer could be maybe less than what the Red Sox can offer him. So if it comes down to money, we could see Hernandez wearing Red Sox jersey next year, which will be tough to watch. But if he really wants to stay on the Dodgers, he could take a pay cut and stay right here in LA. And let's get into the Juan Soto story. Juan Soto contract offer. That's right. The Dodgers have reportedly made a contract offer. This is last night to superstar outfielder Juan Soto, according to Randy Miller. MLB's network Jon Morosi confirmed the report on Monday night. Yes, the Dodgers have offered Juan Soto a contract. We don't know the exact amount. Of course, yesterday we also reported that the Dodgers are not serious contenders in the Juan Soto situation, Juan Soto sweepstakes, but the Dodgers offered him a concrete offer last night. So the question is going to be now, where do things go from here, and how much was that offer? If it even is a realistic offer, right? Or has Juan Soto already told the Dodgers, no, thank you? Big question marks. But just wanted to throw that out there, that the Juan Soto thing is not done yet, as the Dodgers have offered him a contract. As always, make sure to subscribe, and let's go Dodgers. Woo!